Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Ya be kill jandam answer ya check the budget team and the mema menom me wo fanom mo Ghana nkurasi a mo hwe me TV enwure no de ye kan nkran all parliament budget na ready no imre du say Kevin Taylor any go team no ye be dwam kakran mo biate no ho ase now e de na esi a o se din kan ekum atro MPP for atro starting from the leader of the minority silly pigs no Afenyo marking. We need to kill a jandam and also we will kill a jandama Amin Adams teni ba kwa bua oka MPP home say MPP omne teni ba kwa obe using sa bua and Amin Adams endra me betray the constituency insu anipa benom ko omunye binom Karaga constituency nipa mpo nyansuo nom enkwara mpo nyansuo nom Amin Adams obudi sika wie no mo say be finance minister acting finance minister or the question at parliament defend achimfo a omowia billions of dollars. That is why MPP for no interfere be so Jimmy in the MPP. Because all we say MPP ne say we no who say achimni bi actually suit defend the MPP. Who say asantini ba bi ejina ho na defend the MPP. Aka ho na mo Afenyo marking awonani aboa. Amin Adams de teni aboa. That is what they do. Omudi nkwase asemi wi a na omamantafo omu feel this inferiority complex because that Julian said when he joins an account party he will be relevant. But the accounts like myself, we are crazy. We will use you. Metramo, the ideology behind the NPP. Now, Mendy can kill the first jandam, and the first jandam is this team. Stay with me, please. Afenyo marking. He is the leader of the minority pigs in parliament. Kevin, the insult to keep MPP in opposition. You're the inky gum. Lelele. Ompa. Adult education or crochet. Won't be TV. Go and watch them. In G with Scowl. Now, young kill jandam way quick. Now, jandam ninani. We have witnessed an Azar budget. Minority leader Afenyo marking after finance minister. But Osako enim catch Ghana for say. A 24-hour economy now. A John Mahama NDC forecast say Omode Bano. Ato forcing did not speak on it today in Parliament. Mr. S, get me a screenshot. I just need a screenshot. If Mr. S, you can get me the video because it was part of the conversation today, the editorial meeting, and I think you forgot to drop that video and the screenshot. So, Mr. S, if you can drop the video and the screenshot, I'll be happy. Any of them, I can handle it. Ain't he? Afenyo marking sorry, you know, because Onim say, MPP for Jimmy. Or didn't say jandam ni atro it can stand on the parliament and the budget na ato force in NDC for the buy no it is airtight. You can say airtight it is so ato force bill no oh force bill to be at no you are tightened to the point in from anyone a genome barry oh say budget no with the buy no budget no anu a ding attach it on every single Ghanaian. Remember NDC ba power almost do 3 months so I feel nobody bear 60 days or 59 days. And the budget they presented today, no, that budget, no, it has touched every single Ghanaian and every policy and every promise they made to the Ghanaian. In fact, about 80% of the promises are John Mahama promising Ghanaians to say the first 120 days, no, or better deliver, no, 90% of that promise has been delivered today in the budget. And then I said the difference between a government that is willing to work, a government that listens, a government that is ready to understand the people's plight, their problem, to work with them to change their lives. In terms say, already budget review, on a normal day, you hear people making a but you see, it is quiet. It is quiet because the MPP themselves, they have realized, oh, Mr. S, we had it. Oh, thank you, Mr. S. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I've seen it now. Thank you very much, team. In the Afenyo marking, also not just obey to make the CV Ghana for now. Mumientie the Afenyo marking kind and kill jandam no near budget team. Afenyo marking the leader of the piglets. Ono atro we are a winning for one side for 99 years. Kasongo 99. Muntie atro Afenyo marking echaye.
Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, we have witnessed what we can best describe as an Azar budget. Mr. Speaker, they are all much talked about for 24-hour economy. The president came here, they said it was all ready. The finance minister comes here, And again, the 24-hour economy policy is not included in its budget statement. Mr. Speaker, the 24-hour economy policy is not included in its budget statement. Mr. Speaker.
So, Kasongo 99, Afenyo Makin. Sorry, after budget reading. Also, Ghana for here, 24-hour economy, no. After first now, boss or budget, when Jimmy. Because the number of people who follow them, no, they are the foolish masses. Jimmy. Now, let's go and listen to Ato Forsen, already budget. You know, did he speak on the 24-hour economy? And what exactly did he say when it came to the 24-hour economy? Because the piglet leader, Afenyo Makin, a.k.a. Kasongo 99, he was in parliament. He sat through the whole readings. But on himself, MPP base, you know, Duduane Jimmy. Duduane cannot read and write. Duduane don't know have basic understanding of politics, governance, and how things are done. It on himself. They are so stupid to the point or person or to atro. Now, Ato Forsen. If Ato Forsen actually spoke on the 24-hour economy in the budget region and during the budget region, this is Ato Forsen.
5. So, Speaker, we remain committed to the pursuit of our 24-hour economic policy of stimulating economic growth and job creation. Right, Honorable Speaker, this policy will contribute to addressing Ghana's structural economic challenge by creating an integrated, efficient, and increasingly export-driven industrial economy that fulfills the utilization of our national resources, capital, and labor power. Right Honorable Speaker, will be presenting the 24-hour economy policy to Parliament in due course. In this respect, Mr. Speaker, the Labour Act, the Ghana Investment Promotion Act, and other enabling legislations will be reviewed accordingly. Extra economy that fulfills the utilization of our national resources, capital, and labor power. Right Honorable Speaker, will be presenting the 24-hour economy policy to Parliament in due course. In this respect, Mr. Speaker, the Labour Act, the Ghana Investment Promotion Act, and other enabling legislations will be reviewed accordingly.
So, Ato Forsen budget and already here, say, Mr. Speaker, 24-hour economy, no. The Parliament near Bejiatum. The reason why it's here, and the Otis American wants to say, a act, and I was say, you do Juma, not yet to say, 24-hour economy policy now you be implementing no entia Labor Act no entia Ghana Investment Promotion Act no entia mrabi enti I was say yetena se near do so the same near who say yeah Parliament abagia tumu no possibly is going to happen very soon no yeah person Ghana 40 as say the 24-hour economy no our budget we mu and it is very important to say aban no ebe totom yoma sebio ye hu se entia emrabia and sana sa policy no aban no activate 24-hour economy Ato Forsen, who is the finance minister echire mu ende ewo budget dim enti ede na Kasongo 88 Kasongo 89 Afenyo Makin efutu pididi or defending rapists no. How can he stand right in front of the person who read the budget to say the 24-hour economy? Ato Forsen did not make mention of it. Kasongo and the piglets, no, they are stupid. The MPP you see, no, they have not learned anything from their loss. They think Ghana 4 are still stupid. They still believe in the ideology. Say, yeah, they can't try and try, but no cray. So we can still stick to the stupidity. That is their problem. When reasonable Ghanaians stand up to them, also one, where did you hear them? 2, and MPP, no, sub your party, no, because they know that the base of the party, the born, no, they are the foolish masses. JB Dankwa catch their head, Bafuakutu, or say the people following the NPP, that are NLM. Or say they are the stupid masses. And you see them, and when you check them, they will tell you, say, oh, yeah, they already did attempt. They are stupidly foolish. And Afenyo Markin is exhibiting the highest form of Jimmy because you are a member of parliament. Parliament is a place of record. You cannot just say, Assembly mechanic, the finance minister stated emphatically the 24-hour economy policy, what the government intends to do. Because it's a policy the government wants to pass. If you want to pass a policy, you need to look at acts, you need to look at laws that will impede the passing of the policy. Because there are some acts and laws, it can slow down the implementation of the policy. So you need to weave your way around it. You need to make some amendments. There's the Labor Law Act. You need to make sure, so be rolling voluntarily on the 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy policy. That person only voluntarily, it does not go against Nipano, the rights, and it does not go against his right as somebody who is a labor in Ghana or who falls under the labor law in Ghana. So these are things, these are the fine tunings that you need to do before you enroll a policy. Or your politics where Jimmy or him said the party base are stupid, or him said the people who follow the MPP on Jimmy. That is why deliberately he stood in public to disgrace himself. Afenyo Markin does not care about the MPP. Afenyo Markin in his head, or I will need to say me, or when he say I can for part with Jimmy, he's using them, he's baiting them, he's using them to enrich himself, and he's using them to do what? Build his stupid political career. Into a MPP also with Jimmy. Because Mampon MP no one no read about na wada it mo amuka wono 87 no moye moa omodwa mi djudwam udwa kwa no kura no de ye nsan ho ye be mo hu no kura no ba ye betia ho. We need to make sure say ya tia ho ansa na kan kura kire because mo Jimmy dodo the minority is foolish. Now mo me nsan ko another jandam ansa na djudwa budget nim no or say kill jandams na ma Ghana fo nyina hu adekudie ntia budget near reading in there, it is for Ghana and white Ghanaians. Young people, old people are happy about the budget. Yama Amin, Yana Nanum Unity, Kevin Taylor, a bit my age, my way, Obian to me yet. We are never boo, and Yanim sing, and Yankwasiaka, and Yahantai, and Yansa, and Yabutre, humility, on Yanko Pardum, not would you Amagana for Hunukrano. Sa 1.8 billion Gaba, John Mahama Dema, a year MPP, no. Dear ye, a best another 4.5 million Gaba become. Yes, with Manan, now I'm killing another jandam. This is the second jandam. Amin Adams, where here another 10-year MPP for no using no. Makachro MPP. JB Danko Kachre Bafwa Kutoso Omi the foolish masses. Oma Juni form. Now Amin Adams also ye budget reading no. 10 bako MPP mu. Oforia tabe jisika ko. The dear to atom sika we also just stroke or got an abrochire. Atichidia kwa champagne and MBA factories. ABA in Sumunam, we have millions. You really see a peteni abua bakumana be deep beneath. I want to call Karaga and Omkunya Bako. Because you see, when you see a northerner in the MPP, out of greed and what we call inferiority complex. Imagine almost say, so Mukura account for party ma, they will see them as they're intelligent. Because obviously, they see majority of the people in the MPP, so imagine what form. Ain't I in tough one who say Omo joining MPP no MPP use you no. It is because the MPP see them as a weak link. Now, then Amin Adams Abeka, they read the budget review no. Papa paying total he cannot provide water for his constituency. Or say we never implemented betting tax. Or say or more. There was never a day they implemented what we call betting tax in their life. Me say MPP Omo Jimmy Omo Bugana for. They don't respect the intelligence of their followers. And you see, because Ghana for EU MPP for the Omotiano, they still don't understand. They still don't believe. Say, hey, I don't Kasa Ghana for one thing. It is because Ghana for has come. They have grown to that point and realized, say, I tried to mean to check Ghana. Now let's kill this jandam and then we delve into the budget proper. Yeah, you now Amin Adams MPP for me a press conference. Let's go and listen to the piglets I'm from MPP for and hear them out about the Omukaya area near Kelesa Jandam. No? So this is the minority who this afternoon basically showed their foolishness to the highest level. Mrs. Do I have minority fooling? Yes, I have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana. My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
You see, the MPP as a political party, nobody, and as a Ghanaian, even also entertaining MPP, with Jimmy. You see, they don't respect us. Your year budget, you know, I'm a NDC for abolishing betting tax, e-levy, COVID-19 levy. Now, your year budget reading now, I'm going to say, yeni. My catch on say, who's a 10 the MPP anymore? Now, once I tell you know, inferiority complex and a carrying along, and then I could do her. And secondly, certainly I can for them with or to be using. Now, Amin Adams of Ikaraga or say never in the history and the MPP are conforming when they were in power for 8 years, they have never implemented what we call betting tax. Remember, Mahama Baumia says so Uncle the President and Amin Adams the finance minister. Also Amin Adams was about me pa. Now, this is Mahmoud Baumia when we were close in elections. Baumia catch the Ghana for say Baumia promises to abolish e-levy and betting tax. Amin Adams and the catcher said there was nothing like betting tax. Almost MPP for almost adding a scrappy, and that's how we introduce you. Sorry. Now I'm asking you, if there's nothing like betting tax, then almost presidential candidate catcher said obey abolish betting tax. And no the true man as an essay. We got Kevin the TV so how Jimmy Corona come as them. Tell me about major case obey abolish e-levy betting tax. Betting tax and I mean Adams middle name and anyway, how do you abolish it? Anyway, how do you tell me that you are going to abolish something that never existed? So it should tell you, say, MPP for Jimmy, they don't understand their ecoso. And in their heads, no, I'm just a kind of when you Jimmy say chairman to me. They feel say continue lying. Let our communicators lie. Let them go on social media and lie. But I'm if you say we are in 2025. This afternoon, somebody sent me a document. In fact, when you look at even Ghana Revenue Authority, right? I want to show you this. It says, I need the Ghana Revenue Authority document. Now, when you even look at when you go back a little bit and you read the news, Tamana MPP power, the Ghana Revenue Authority itself came out with a report that Omo make a lot of money, about 15 million Ghana cedis from betting tax. Now, the evidence is here, clear evidence under MPP. This is the Ghana Revenue Authority, and this was in 2023. What did they say? GRA generates 15 million from betting tax, target 60 million by end of football season. This was the report from the Ghana Revenue Authority. The Domestic Tax Revenue Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority says it has generated 15 million from the recovery implemented bet tax. Now, it is clear that even the Ghana Revenue Authority told us, and it has been printed, it is on record, that Omo Meki Sika from betting tax, Omo Gigi free Ghana for. So how can a whole political party led by dumb idiots who don't respect the intelligence of Ghanaians tell us to say they never introduced or they never had betting tax introduced to Ghanaians? Abra, you people through the Ghana Revenue Authority, multimedia document say you have made 50 million and that your target Krano is 60 million. Because football season in the disaster can buy. So how can the NPP, led by Amin Adams, a foolish man, look in my eyes, a taxpayer, and blatantly lie to me and say, we never introduced betting tax. Now look at this document. A gentleman today, before I came on air, and I'm going to mention his name. His name is your friend. Come. And I'm showing this because, you see, some people sometimes want their names to be mentioned to show the Ghanaians say, and that we have gotten to that point, you are so some Ghana too much. Let me show you this document. This man, his name is Mike Kofi Aflu. Mike Kofi Aflu. Before I came on, I said, Kevin, you need to make Ghanaians know, say, NPP for their line. We are all building this nation. We could all have our political parties and affiliations, but politicians cannot stand on national television and lie to Ghanaians. His name is Mr. Kofi Aflu, the former president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation, Ghana, and also former president of the West African Union of Tax Institutes. This is a document he sent me. He said, Kevin, this is a GRA document. Put it on the screen for people to see. Now, when you look at this document, what does it say? Ghana Revenue Authority document. And this is what the man sent me. He says, Ghana Revenue Authority, tax revenue performance selected tax types. Now, tax type, e-levy, 2021-2022, 643 million. And 2022, the government generated. 2023, 1.9 billion. And the government generated. 2024, 1.8 billion. In total, from 2022, 2023, 2024, the total was how much? Was 3.6 billion. Now, when you go down, there's e-levy. There is e-levy. When you go down, there's betting tax. 2023, the government of Ghana made 51 million. And then in 2024, the government of Ghana made 156 million. The total is 208 million. So how can you? You made 3.6 billion in 2024. The betting tax alone, you made 208 million Ghana cedis. You made 208 million Ghana cedis. And the facts are there. The COVID-19 domestic, you made a total of 4.8 billion. 4.8 billion. And then COVID-19 imports, you made a total of 2.4 billion. So how can you turn around and tell Ghana for say, you did not introduce any betting tax? This is Ghana Revenue Authority, tax revenue performance for selected tax types. And the man who sent me this, his name is Mr. Kofi Aflu, Mike Kofi Aflu, a former president of Ghana Chartered Institute of Taxation, and also a former president of West African Union of Tax Institute. Are these people lying? These are the facts. So what will make a political party, a whole political party, a former finance minister, come on TV to tell Ghanaians and say, oh, we never introduced betting tax? The only thing that will make a political party do that is say, Jimmy, we are stupid and we cannot think. That is the only thing. And the issue is, Amin Adams, or you're fasting, or you're in Kremonia, or you're sorry, or you're fasting. Now, before you're fasting, I better than go party in the match. Before you're fasting, I better than go or what's in the match. Now, let's take and go into the budget itself. Momeyankosha budget, Nankasa, the asem papa a womb, and no cry a womb, you could jandam. Now, maybe change the match Ghana for the reading of budget a parliament in the no cry, and the woman also obey who say, John Mahama a bow share with this. Now let's start from the top. Gandam, you will kill it. Yema obia space. If you want power, use the facts to win power. It's simple. Now, let us start from here. The news is simple. 10% betting tax. John Mahama and the NDC. It is gone. Now, you read the budget, The NDC has majority in parliament. Every document they lay in parliament, it will pass. Into next week, the finance minister will take this document to parliament whether the NPP comes to parliament or not, betting tax has been passed. John Mahama Eba or Share Ghana for no with this. We are Ghana in our Shamia. Betting tax now, and they try bet to Ghana. Now, boys, it will be 3,000 Ghana. Now, you see almost 300 Ghana withholding tax. No, sa aya sikana na MPP for area free muhono. Sa sikano, John Mahama say, omun to me we are sikani free muhobium we trap betting tax in. And the ultra bet now we did 10,000 Ghana. I will say about 10,000 Ghana. Thank you. Obia need the right after Parliament be passes our budget way. Ebejiatum I endorse Parliament way no. The NDC led by John Mahama. Eba or share Ghana for say obedi president betting tax into no buruno mo pepenyini leader or kanokre party a kanokre the NDC. Okay, say in his first 20 days, 120 days, obecha betting tax him, and the men worker say John Dramani Mahama will come. Nobody in Ghana from next week. So budget no legitimate parliament we are. I was a would bet whether lotto or a soccer bet would a safari dien. Nobody is going to take taxes from you because you see when you check some of the receipts. That's can you get me the bet, the winnings? The bet, yes, thank you very much, Mr. S. Never some show under a year Ekufuado Nebaumia. Now, boys, you try bets. That's a Omuya day, Omudi bet 3,000. This is the amount of tax I know what say. And the John Mahama say it is no more. We are young person. This is the time to respect and understand and say your politicians be obokano kre. Mahama, time na Ekufuado to so ultra bet. These are some of the slips. Obit ultra bet. Now we di 3,350 Ghana. Now I'm at the 10%. Into both of them, will be a green line one, a form horn. Now 332 Ghana. A buying a fat. John Mahama said we chum. John Mahama said we chum. It's Muma Ninja. Muma Yamba see because me trabet nibi. Because John Mahama share will bo and or share me bo. Or say Chrono na MPP bomb on to me emanen koso. Enti so be say Ghana no your cost for the next 42 years. Now you supporting John Mahama and MPP, NDC. Emma omutumi echichire Ghana ni ya. We need to support NDC John Mahama because the Omuka so no in less than 60 days, in less than 2 months. And I mean okay say John Dramani Mahama we track betting taxing we year through her ting tong. Obi anywhere from next week. All about betting tax for Ghana. It's boys. So muchama Manchester, muchama Liverpool, muchama Aston Villa, so muchama Juve. That's a woodia. All the money comes to you. Usika da would try and unkwan omofa. But the way you know how much you win, you know. John Mahama say you take everything that you win. Sa betting tax, sa sikana omo wie free mo. Mutumi di 10,000 Ghana, almost somebody will 3,000. Mutumi di 12,000 Ghana, almost somebody will say. Mutumi di 20,000 Ghana, or somebody will 10%. John Mahama say, "Enne." In Parliament today, John Mahama, through the Finance Minister, betting tax has been abolished.
Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on winning from lottery, otherwise known as the betting tax. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on betting. We will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. We will abolish the emission levy, otherwise as a WUSIE tax. We will abolish the VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. Mr. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed gold by small-scale miners. Mr. Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable income. Right, Honorable Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable incomes. In addition, it will support business growth and improve tax compliance. Mr. Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker, the tax refund account has been abused in recent years. In the last 8 years, a study revealed that 29.1 billion Ghana cedis had accrued to the tax refund account, with only 12.5 billion Ghana cedis, representing 43% of the total accrued amount, being used for tax refund purposes. Mr. Speaker, the study also revealed that 16.6 billion Ghana cedis, representing 57% of the total amount accumulated in the tax refund account, was misapplied. Mr. Speaker, which is a total violation of the Revenue Administration Act 915 and the Public Financial Management Act. Instructively, Mr. Speaker, there were virtually no tax refund arrests over the period.
Ghana for Mutiemi, every Ghana in Mamin Jum Kakrana Tiasia. John Mahama buying from the finance minister. Or say, apart from a betting tax, 1% e-levy, you come. Nana Danko Kufa the MPP Niba Umiamo, Sa e-levy na Omoda Tomosono. I John Mahama Kase Nyansen Nimuno. John Mahama said, we come. We need a buying. We need a buyer or general. We need a buyer or person or Chichire Ghana. Anytime I catch you, say, help the NDC to build Ghana for the next 42 years. Be part of the agenda. Be part of protecting what we are building from today. Because what we are building from today, in 42 years, Ghana better to say United States. So one person, people say what we are building now. Then join the NDC, John Mahama NDC, to build that Ghana we all want. To reset Ghana and rebuild it. And we are on the way of building Ghana. And it's not just a few who make money. All of us, we have to contribute and be part. It is a BB had the paddy bia. I was seeing in Ayabua na a year for Ghana for Mobreno. Yes, yet TDA or Mobre. It John Mahama said, for us to build this nation together as a unit, as a people, as one people with one idea, to make sure the next 42 years, you bet me at Ghana is Sa tax way of an e-levy tax, 1%, we come. Say, Abana Otu, a home fast one, because the election has, or it comes with consequences. Consequences will be a very positive. It's the I'm catching say you should be proud of Aba Otu as a Ghanaian, and you should be proud to protect that Abano, because for the next 42 years, say to be a consistent, near guide the NDC. Because of the respect they have for us, we are going to guide them to protect our revenue, to build this nation. The next 42 years, Ghana best, and that is what we have been preaching. And John Mahama in less than 120 days, and John Mahama we e-levy, and Osatia say betting tax co e-levy co smoke tax, and I say a dear friend emission levy on industries and vehicles. Nana Adodankwa Ekufado any Baumiamo the tax be a friend say smoke and I will see a cry through company and I say Fuka Mupia no more tax. John Mahama say a young Kwasiasem. What we need to do is to make sure that we adhere to the international standards young to the environment. Meaning when you pay roadworthy, the DVLA and the institutions that check roadworthy cars, we need to make sure they are effective. Send a bear obin to me for car we see what to so. That is why you pay roadworthy. That is why you pay those kind of things to the DVLA and then the institutions that are supposed to check cars that are on our streets. Oba Brochira, emission tax, because when you take your car for inspection ɔmo make sure say saa car no ewusie ni toɔ sɛ ewusie wɔ toɔ a yɛ ma wo deɛ ɛyɛ road worthy sticker, meaning you will not be able to drive the car. Police in war becho. And John Mahama said that is the way to go, not to tax Ghanaians directly. It was see in which tax, industries, cars, any personal vehicles, John Mahama said, and the return into John Mahama and NDC for e-levy, betting tax, any in which tax, John Dramani Mahama and NDC for say, omuchum. Church the end there is see parliament. Any a bar John Mahama share Ghana for now. You tell go for bebree can say I na the COVID tax no adena and NDC for ntwemu John Mahama and NDC almost track COVID tax in COVID tax no now the danko kufa ne ba wo mi omo kro nti omo e de linke and I say omo the chain so ne nine omo the convert for you to be able to do that the president and the finance minister and the NDC as a government, I was say omukoye reforms. Now, some reforms, and I said that adjustment, what you need to do is say, I was say bibi eka VAT one. You need to go look at a VAT policy. Now we are doing ultimately a free VAT because the VAT component, omu the COVID levy, and now COVID-19 tax, omu the share VAT. Enti atofo se ne ka chache Ghana for den or say about COVID-19 tax and what they need to do now and they say because it is changed to a VAT you cannot just bring it to parliament and say wait e-levy obetum about parliament yebetum betting tax obetum about parliament that same day na yebetum emission tax and not smoke tax obetum the parliament that day yebetum but when it comes to COVID-19 na Akufo-Addo munim so mo ya kromfo a na mo person mo da Ghana for nti omo de ko share VAT value added tax and also ewa ne mra eno nko asiwo nti atofo se ne kasa no o say e wo se aban no esa ekotena se na omo sa hwe mra na ebo value added tax no ho no na omo aya bibia friend amendment now so person ya amendment ni nyina say wasa afa VAT no na baby omo de ko share no we na odi bibi foforo ahye ho every say omo de ko share VAT mu e ho no omo de ko sie ye nti se aban ne pese oyifiri ho a abanning to mean time in a day and from a parliament say because chain na a so COVID-19 name no VAT no aso sa VAT nim it was say ye this sa den sa part no eleko tenase na ye pensem mu ne hu se dabi we na o say ye bibia friend amendment bonikas amendment or say emra no ye sa hwe ne kusekusem na ye dukrum na ye hu se ne betumi yi VAT no COVID-19 tax na no component no efrim sani ebe ya yentia Ghana mra enti COVID-19 no sa tax no on paper no the NDC no omotwem ba maka che Ghana for so omu ndi atro also moti ase say even though person obua Ghana for mo henha omo no enkyere say also obu mra so enti omu pese omu de mra kwan so na COVID-19 tax na ye de akosha VAT mu no omo amende den sa VAT mra no na omo tumi yi eno nko afiri mu a enkofa asamo mba ma obi nkoka sama court na NDC aban ebu mra so unim John Mahama ono omu mra so atoforsen ne nyansa ene de onim se obese ochechire man yemfa atro enchechire man nti na okachire Ghana for on paper no COVID-19 no den ye twam but they need to make sure say omo di mra so den sa de refrim nti ende se wo hwe mame kire se ende wo hwe receipt wo Ghana obahu se oto ade a na VAT no omo de COVID-19 den akohyem nti wontumi ngina so one day wotwem e wo se one mend law no enie on se ende oje ukuta receipt wo Ghana. If you have a receipt in Ghana, this is what you see on receipt no on say where your genuine roaster chicken Palace Mall now o share taxes na barbecue chicken omo cook meal omo regular chips omo and the subtotal is 66 Ghana cedis. Now me check the COVID-19 there no the tax ni mo akireo say na bia bo say NDC for edi no kura akireo on say o share taxes na oba asewa omo 2.5 NHIL tax omaji 1.8 omo 2.5 get fund omati 1.8 and na omo sade 1% COVID levy akoshe VAT nim enti otadia your bibia friend direct and indirect tax ni nyina fall under VAT enti NPP aban ba omiamo no omo di COVID-19 no ekoshe VAT nim enti say NDC for person omo yi sa 1% COVID levy na they need to make sure say omo the sa VAT no asa akotena se amende mmara no eyi eno efri eyedien saade nim enu ntina ende no atofo se ka kire mo say they need to make sure they do the right amendment, look at the law and take out a COVID-19 no. Into technically on paper the NDC they have shown the willingness. John Mahama mama tiasie say sa COVID-19 sa tax we no obey free ho, they need to follow the rules. So person chi Ghana for yemfa buga yemfa atro yentwa ntro emfa enchechire man ye de no kure na chechire man. Betting tax gone, e-levy gone, emission tax gone, COVID-19 tax will be gone because they need to use the right procedure and process to make sure say they have amended the law to take the COVID-19 out. So big dragon say, I know when you COVID-19 if you are. John Mahama has done more than enough, and because of his track record and because of the evidence we can show you today and what they have shown our budget, we believe and we know say COVID-19 John Mahama the Emrakwanso through parliament and this one majority, they will make sure they take out a COVID-19 out of the VAT. What you say? Definitely, COVID-19 too will be shut down. John Mahama will cancel it. Memo being that down. No credit and a major match. No, there can you some and you better catch them say you know I can who boom near cat your trouble near dino credit now your NDC power. What is going to happen is the next 42 years, say you know I can argue bomb near and per se a bayan qua I won't go for close and conform mine so near per party a bit ye a didn't crash or see you know but together. Now you're snitching the NDC, you guide the NDC, omu didn't cry near bomb basso, omu yan be a near Tinomo because it is only consistency. And I've gone a bit to me and to my pay for it is not 4 years, 8 years, 4 years. It is when we give a political party that is willing, that is ready, that knows how to govern, that respects the view. The NDC, common bumua, anka ayading dialogue, yeah, almost say economic dialogue, come back with them. But because the NDC respects the views of Ghanaians, respects you, the voter, no, NDC, and John Mahama say there's an economic forum, dialogue, Yambra, Nayamechinik Ghana. And it's in penny for a teacher for businessmen. They join that conversation. They have the education forum. And also, I see Obiambra, that's high dialogue, no, so this is a government, almost chance 42 years. CB America, that is what Ghana will be. Also, the 42 years agenda, no, John Mahama is showing, say, if we have faith in the NDC, we believe in the NDC, the protective of policies, not Yama Obian distracted, not Yajina, confidence a war party nim any ebua omo Ghana sa ahochira enkwasiafo we MPP de beto yeso no we will never experience it again because what John Mahama is building now no say ama John Mahama enwie na NDC antoa so a enkwasiafo we ba omo be say no it will be cost 90. We will go back to the basics, we will go back to another zero. So we should not allow the piglets, the NPP tribal bigots, to come in and destroy whatever we are building. Anytime I catch a Ghana and say, you should be proud today, say, you voted for the NDC, vote for John Mahama, who is a truthful leader, who respects you, the Ghanaian, and he has given you what you asked for. This is the first time in our history, President to be Anna on campaign, Anna a presidential candidate. I catch a Ghana for I would do this. And one can once. Consistently, or Ghana football and Endamenoka say, John Mahama has delivered. And this is what we need. We need a government, a party, individuals who are consistent and intelligent enough. Atofo Sibejina and when blaming COVID-19, when blaming Russia, Ukraine, when blaming external forces. Atofo said, this is a government that has come to solve problems. This is a government that is going to take the blame. This is a government that is going to work, deliver, and make sure it's Ghana Nibia Huatono. And that is what we have been looking for years. That is what you and I, we voted for. We cannot go out in our numbers in millions to vote for a party and say 8 years time for Abemu. We will destroy everything that we are building today. Because these people, they are vampires. These people, they are demons. The NPP will destroy us. They will come and turn the country into a family business. We are not supposed to create that room for them. Into Agenda 42 years, we all need to support it. We all need to have faith. We all need to have clear conscience. The NDC, if we have in the buy, or me a Ghana for, at a point, they'll make mistakes. But it is upon us to diligently, honestly, direct and caution them. Make sure they do what we want. Make sure they respect our views. And that is what we need to do as a people. Into the 42-year agenda, it has started from now. And John Mahama and the NDC, how much? Now, let's go down and see, maybe our budget. Then our budget. Apart from betting tax, John Mahama cancel, e-levy, John Mahama cancel, COVID-19 levy, what cancel, any emission tax or cancel. There are so many things that John Mahama ya a brilliant sanity as yes. So enyumbre me no ka say Nyankopon e hwe me. Or say adia Kevin ye. The Ghana for aye. No kura omode abedi omonim no. Besra Ghana. Eni che enyumbre okwa Nyankopon hwe Channel 10 Kevin Taylor. Onim die ekoso. Na ma mention the John Mahama ni NDC asaye. Wo ade we. The friend academic fees. John Mahama Eba Pro oil campaign our Ghana. Okay, Ghana for say NDC ba power, and as part of the 42-year plan agenda to keep NDC in power for 42 years to direct this country and move the country from maybe away to a better position. Okay, Ghana for say a year obia ora public institution, a year public tertiary institution. Or see nipa bia oko poly, oko nursing training. Oko area teacher training, Obia Oko University are fall under tertiary institution that is recognized by the government of Ghana. No, John Mahama catch Ghana for say, Omo Amubewura school first year, our university, our polytechnic, our any accredited government tertiary institution. No, Omo nyina aban betua omo first year, area omo fees amom. And in the budget, no, to force infantility to me, we did ama wakacha Ghana for the John Mahama, as some of our kind with this. So, in the budget, no, 499.8 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for the non-academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions. In the end, me mama would see me, me papa would see me. Mo mana obuko university polytechnics, no, John Mahama yisika to we sika, Ghana sika. PPP 499.8 ukasi enia 500 million Ghana saa sika na ekufado edikoto plane no saa sika no ena bedie tuo ewia ya odikoto na New Jersey saa sika na gabi mo ewia ya through PDS and the John Mahama atom almost 500 million Ghana cedis 500 or say or they are too Obia Oberra University, Polytechnic, any accredited government institution of first year unto a capre. Unko we no pedien, John Mahama na kaye, we come. Say, the John Mahama can you may be brave budget in Wakachre Ghana. The Okaso be this no, we didn't also, we have 42-year agenda to keep NDC in power. After John Mahama, we need to keep this nation together. The NDC is the only political party that can do that. John Mahama, I catch and then through the budget. Now, budget, you know, I also say, there were a pharmacists, Omuye Jumama Ghana for Oko a hospitals, Oko Abai hospitals, Oko hospitals, I can see a teaching hospitals now. There were Nipebi Omono, Omo baby, a man brew, Omo from pharmacists for Omuko school, a buying the form with Juma, now Sebu, Omo Sevo Ghana for. Nana Danko Kufuado, any MPP are buying, Ama Nipemu. 321 pharmacists. Omuko school kosia inro. Ye nro ma o maame, ye nro ma wo yere. Said the bear wo yere ko hospital. Baby ye nro pama no, e ma ne tumi nya num, e ma ne pom ye din no. Nana do dan kwaku fuado, one ba wo mia, o se chairman sabonsu. Bodam ni kede de Japan. Any MPP the tribal party no, nipa 321 pharmacists. John Mahama say Nana do dan kwaku fuado ne ba wo mia kede de Japan, o se chairman sabonsu ni MPP for no, omo ntu omo ka. Omo ka se omo na ne control MPP abana mo musika when tia omo salary amomo enso eye John Mahama o say from 2023 and kofo we yenti omo ka ebesim de no John Mahama catch finance minister say enime ya on pesika na ontia eka bia ye de pharmacist into because obi de yindro ema opemni omo ma yindro e hospital no udi omo agro a we ye durubo ne ama obi akodu mewu. Inti sankofo no e wo se weni e ko mo ho e wo se o make sure say e duro ana edwuma mo ye no omo ni di omo dwuma ho if the doctor ni betuma ye de opeso ye nyina o wie na pharmacist no na adwene no sebio edwuma ye no ne ni nje ho ne ho kire na sa pharmacist ne de adwendwene be ye duro bo ne ama o yira ko no mewu. Inti omo mo yi nduro no e very important say be bo mo ban from 2023 Ebesi 2024 to 2025. Nana de Danko Kufuado enti omuka. John Mahama say through the finance minister Ato Forcing, nipa 321 or some pay kebu nyina no enime ya enti omuka. We any John Dramani Mahama NDC me mfendi agro me maame nom me sewanum me papa nom the kind of bro for budget no eno na endemi dwedwam ama wate ase now eno ano no dabi budget no esa de insam de bebre bae mo kai se imre bi MPP for time na John Mahama wa power 2012 mu ebesi 2016 MPP for Samia Uku any MPP satam Samia Uku a nenim se tete cap ebetena TV so any MPP for nyaka kire Ghana for say John Mahama any NDC for satam na Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman any education minister John Mahama and NDC ka say omo pese omo ma embayu a omo secondary schools any schools from JSS omo ma omo sanitary pad for free sene be ya sebio omo a omo ni bi omo awofo ni bi akwara de obu ni nsa sebio emfa wo sene papa wo sika anane ma mini sika e wo se oba de oyesima o se oba de no hote enti Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman in 2013-14 time na oya education minister ne ka kire Ghana through John Mahama say omo pese omo ma sanitary pad sene be ya enkwara no eco school a omo so omo bu omo nsa boarding house ne ade a sebio enka emba omo na omo so ehu betumate Samia Uku ka kire Ghana for sata na on the MPP for anim and we wie sika e wo NLA na se meba na nsia ma musuro we wie sika ama ne fu ado ma na fono ayese me die bi o ka kire Ghana for that time na ono na ye den ono na ye MPP National Youth Organizer o hwe na fono ayese 55 cap o ka kire Ghana for say Mahama sanitary pad initiative is demonic omo MPP for nkwasiafo e ka kire Ghana for say sa sanitary pad na Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman and John Mahama mu in 2014 cast of ma emma e wo school no or say no omo de pad ni e ko ye duro Samia Uku kwasiampanyi wo yo Samia Uku kwasiampanyi a wo wi NLA sika e de ko wura akuapem a me nuanu akuapem fo bi agimi omto ma no Samia Uku kwasiampanyi abrante gina TV so ka kire Ghana for say eye Mahama 2014 sanitary pad na wo say e de ma emma yoa na omutumi eti omo ho etima omo hutisi omo so ema enkamba omo no Samia Uku na no na fone se 55 cap no o ka kire Ghana for e de campaign say NDC aban no e de enkwara ne pad ni koye duro kwasia we de nam Ghana to parliament nyansa ban na wo sa abna kokko ex boyfriend we mu nyansa ban na wo shisha client we mu san kwasia fo we ene nam Ghana ne yesoso omo so and the budget no John Mahama kasa John Mahama say a sanitary pad no we sika 92.4 million abayu a wo hwe me wa wo JSS wa wo SS a we ni tua me awofo a mo hwe me John Mahama na mumu bidi na tam say obesai free SHS oba besai school no muntie me and the budget no John Dramani Mahama Ghana sika 292.4 million Ghana cedis osi enye den yem fanto sanitary pad ni yem make sure say akwara bia owo primary JSS SS aban amane pad sanitary pad a ode be bon ho bra ode be siesie no ho ode be make sure say ono so income man ho. This is the John Mahama NDC, the 42-year agenda na enie. That means that for the next 42 years no akwara bia obeko JSS obebu ni nsa akwara bia obeko SS obebu ni nsa and the NDC government akwara bia no be like sanitary pad e wo school enti ye sika ye twa sika puduo. John Mahama and Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman say from Endeko for the next 42 years no obien who can say akwara JSS SS na obuni nsa e was olake e sanitary pad enti NDC abana we need to protect it for the next 42 years no we are awofo atie me we are young girl with 15 years with 17 years Afenyo wo kwa ware ase a with 22 years with 30 years a wo mana wo ba wo mako primary any JSS any SS no John Mahama and NDC say for the next life for the next 42 years no akwara bia ni wa okwa school of Ghana I was say auto sanitary pad we enso yasem da na wo budget nim ujuja budget nim enran da bi MPP for nkasiafo nti na yenya abotre dwudwam every so omo agimi me say mo MPP for mo pa mundi matema ko say yesu beba na keep him opposition 42 years ya de no credit be keep him opposition mo yankasiafo muni munyansa mumbu Ghana for enti ya de no credit no ebe keep him egumu party me say me mengu MPP a onyankopon ni makumem megu no me see it does not matter mopa monfa NPP nkɔhye menhyia meba ha beguno munya ready sɛ mobɛka no korɛ nti meguno me say mopa NPP munchange din na monfa otufo mbɛhyɛ mfimfin and otufo PP meguno munya ready sɛ mobɛka no korɛ sɛ munya no korɛ dia munya ready dia me ɛkɔ ɛne ɔmo a maka Ghana munim nyansa yɛbɛguno nti mopa monsinsina konwa na mo fan komo 2 for sanana ya de MPP ya dan asesegua ayatena so meko meguno otu for mpa no kre akonwa otu for te so otu for sua ose nipa ogina obanim edinsie no eye atro na ochiri enti se mo di atro ba ko otu for nsema be de no kre beguno me protect otu for setutu every emu te se munsem because the truth is the only thing that should protect this country. The 42-year agenda no at the ho. And that is going to play out. And me maka until somebody ready some mechanic party will never exist as far as I live. Me guno. Moment enim. Now no dabi. I had the NDC through the finance minister. John Mahama eba o share Ghana no. Ababa bedru form Emma and the menoka say. Ababa bedru form Emma and the menoka say. Assemblyman for Crampo and Sa comedy. Moment tie the budget na ekafa assemblyman for him.
Mr. Speaker, another amount of 100 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for the payment of monthly allowance to all assembly members.
And the Atofos and Eddie Asempa Abba or see John Mahama and NDC Abino almost sika 100 million cedis Atoho Ama assembly members in Ghana. Yababitia stipends, allowances, assemblyman Buha, and I do two near Freno, assembly, light nebu, ho nebu, Isuato, Afenyo, Afenipa, assembly, Obi Wuha, now we Jana Yeren and Maho, and I do the Zoom, also assembly Babua. Assembly, Jaw store on a bra. Nana dear, you see area ha, a ball and a ball for so, you head your bet my yamaye, and assembly, agent store, no co. Assembly, Obaway, oh, assembly about the hospital already slow, Jaobano ho, Nebra, na the Atu Mantemi, assembly, the dear. And a John Mahama said, a human kitchen kitty assemblyman, any assembly woman, Omu Yama Ghana, Ayama Omum Peswaso, and to me also Abua, Echichre, Ayade, Omo respective assemblies and communities. No, John Mahama Adajuno, Ama NDC Adajuno say. The 42-year agenda no I was saying you assembly members a young man and mema say almost no the moment obi be jatum aka say me pese me be part of the assembly way me pese me be di nipa ko we nim no month bia no 1300 Ghana be 13 million or so on so ji na sebio ye oya ahwehwem bia no ono so de on tafre nsa ho kwa into almost emu akakra omode boa ye ne ye wo wie ye wo fie ye ne yeso ye boa eye community edwuma omo ye edi nkofo marco hospital edum re bi ko obitumi ni nyinsan tumi kan anajo na ne kuru eni sika na assembly sika ana ne car na also okofa na odekoye into assembly for no so no omo hia bibi nkakra sebio emergency bani afra assembly Nas assembly so honestly we to me tomato petrol guni kamu no akofa asime seyira ko hospital anase nsuo to na bola etu anase BBC light pole bibu na se ye enimeni ya ma carpenter ni bi abaye ya nyoma ama nipa ho nkire na assembly so bibi kakra e wo no ho no obetumi ayeden ebetumi di aboa ama the constituency and the community no ejina ne na so into the next 42 years so assembly members in Ghana John Mahama and NDC say every 30 days 1,300 to Ghana 13 million. Yadebama fatu ho na also assembly be ma eyeba assembly to be born sa amankofo hu se omo na odi omanim utumi so eboa nkakra into 1,300 Ghana 13 million for the next 42 years. And this what power no the assemblymen of Ghana they will receive allowances and stipends for the next 42 years. It will need to keep the NDC in power. The 42-year agenda, no, we all have to try protect it and make sure say Ochina Obi be assemblyman, sa allowance we know the government, the NDC government will make sure said in Saka into your assembly member. Where already saw person your assembly member or idea be so assembly member, you need to support the John Mahama idea, you need to support the NDC idea, you need to make sure that the next 42 years no sasika we no every month be ano assemblyman ni benya MPP entumi nye John Mahama said from end no the 42-year agenda no eno de ato into your assembly member also ma we nije if you say embrano ye gituma obia every month e benya 13 million old Ghana cedis and 1,300 e de ato no botom John Mahama ni NDC omaka ena omoye doing the budget mi jom ama Ghana for hunu kure na ewom ni nyina John Mahama ni NDC the 42-year agenda no 42 years agenda no eno na start no the ebe kosunde ya make actually nyina ebe to so for 42 years it member wa ginya o say obema obi chance mana be say no NPP for no opportunity the John Mahama yin no be say no it is the next 42 years there we need to make sure say the end John Mahama aka nyina no ye be disrupt obama NDC John Mahama o oni ho abeya mra na ya kekere oman ni ye now eno ano no da bi emma mo hweme edwedifuo John Mahama she Ghana fombo o say through Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman adwene nyansa adwene pa eda ne tirim ene nyansa eda vice president Nana Opoku Agyeman tirim no or the idea bi bae na idea ni nyina ne say eye emma mukodwa so muye bodwabodwa sebio mu hia say aban be so masene ye be hia bank bi a emma nkwa na be yedwuma because omo wotima omo tema ase omo betumi ayeden ate emma de omo ka ase enti John Mahama ne na aban hye Ghana for bo o say emma titru a sebio mu pese mu digwa ekokwan so bo and the budget no Women's Bank in Sembe mu yenkotie the finance minister Atoforsen ekan.
Mr. Speaker, I now take you to how these resources will be allocated in the year 2025. Mr. Speaker, we will, Right Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated 51.3 million Ghana cedis as seed fund for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 300 million Ghana cedis to the National Apprenticeship Program. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, we have also allocated an amount of 300 million Ghana cedis to the National Apprenticeship Program. Right Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated an amount of 100 million Ghana cedis to the Ejumewura Program. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 100 million Ghana cedis has been allocated to the National Codes Program. Mr. Speaker, another amount of 100 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for the payment of monthly allowance to all assembly members.
John Mahama Abano say and for the next 42 years. Makache Ghana for there's only one party that we can trust to govern, to protect, and to make sure say Ghana ankasa no the next 42 years no yetumi ejina ye naso say o mind to say America, Asian countries na ye ni bre omo no and they dey see what parliament. Eye Atoforsen na oye finance minister say John Dramani Mahama now buying from now to the next 42 years and over no omo establishing be a friend of Women's National Bank. Now the Women's Bank no ni nyina ne say omo be bie bank a emankwa ene beko ho akoji sika ana loan edidiga na ye beka say banks no afe na omo ba ebeye ye fra bibi establishing na osisika ode to ase banks na ye bebie no ye fra bibi seed money sika ye di nkan dia to ase a sebio ye de be start edi dwuma ema Ghana for ma etumi aden akọ access sika ni bi no enti yo sika futuo bi a ye de be to ase ye fra ni seed money eno ni sika ete se oyiri kodi dwa o ma na into ase sika ye sika po eno na ye di si ano eno na ye de be start eye Women's Bank no o se we twa Ghana sika 5.53.1 million 53 million Ghana cedis o de ko titi Ghana sika ni mu a eye de bidie ka 30 enkom sa sika John Mahama etwa to no the 53.1 million na we twa sa sika to no sa sika no in old Ghana cedis no bidie ka nkwa 20 yɛhyehyɛ saa sika wɔ mu a ɛnkom ɔse ɛno na ɔde ato aseɛ for the next 42 years no Ghana for ma betumi anante akɔ bank we MPP ni o we NDC ni o we UP ni o we CPP ni o okwa na wa kyerɛ sɛ we Ghana ni wopɛ sɛ wodi dwa na wopɛ sɛ aban sɔ wasene enti John Mahama eyi sika puduo a ɛyɛ 53 million and sɛ wo de kɔ tete Ghana sika mu a ɛyɛ bidie ka nko 20 enkom sika puduo ɔse for the next 42 years no debia afibia ana 4 years bia ana afibia no obesa pompi sika gum sene be ya Ghana for ma 51.3 million Ghana for ma ebetumi akọ access sika opesa ukofa tomatoes wo kwan so opesa ubie store bojobodwa opesa uton beans opeka kraka ho ahyemu kena sebio ukofa moko wotechiman osi samu amoye Ghana for ma ni nyina no nani ehwemo Professor Nano Poko Ajiman say ono ene bedi saa de we anim nti ye de sika eye 51 million articulator eye bidie ka tete no be 20 enkom or the asem we Ghana ni ba ma we ninje because for the next 42 years no that bank will exist and every time biana akwara bi ebe na adwene say opese odidwa opese obi adwuma bi opese ono ode ne ho no obetime wura ho eye ma na be adwuma mba wotema mma buade mma enim nyonko ba asem mma na betie ma asem na mma aboa ma nti sa women's bank no John Mahama say the next 40 years no 42 years no say ya mpepre ho and 20 NDC that women's bank no ebegina so as serve Ghana for manyina for over 42 years umpewe na opeka ya motuom we John Mahama Ghana for hana obi ahwe obi anim say Kevin onu nka na betina kyerɛkyerɛ mu ya te ase no kra na medwudwam no de omo beso mo bete no ene na meka no kra na kyerɛw no na obi ka MPP for no mo ka John Mahama nursing training allowance teacher training allowance John Mahama say at this point no Wadinka catch Ghana for say nursing training any teacher training allowance will be chum no the sasika no was substituted with loan na oma koji loan na omo de aye dwumadi on person omo de but for the meantime no I was say training colleges any institutions tertiary institutions ending kind embeto sa degree level ni no I was say aban no ehyehyem rama ye movie obi a only degree so ebeto degree so senior beya they will have access to what we call loan. Inti aban edi udjuma, ehyehyɛ ho nkrata, movie nursing training for any teacher training schools ni nyina, move omo into a degree schools no. For the meantime no, alawane de ometua. If you say omo ya ho nkrata sam, into omo tumi movie schools ni nyina be degree schools are. Every single tertiary institution sebio ewa Ghana no, they will have to go and take loan. But I'll see, eno nkyerɛ sɛ emrama no obebu mraso if you say yenhye mra untumi mu mraso eni John Mahama say even though emra no omu nyanhye nwie no omu pensemu ansa na yakodum pempenso bi a ɛwɔ sɛ nursing training teacher training for nyina egi loan na substitute edi sa alawasi kan ekosi more hospitals no also for the meantime no onim sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ sebio ɛyɛ alawa no ɛkɔ into ɔno ɛyɛ president papa na adwene yɛ adwuma no enye because say ye mra no obebu emra so inti alawana omu deserve ndene de o say ade mo inti John Mahama ene finance minister atena sika say o say ye de sika bi esado ma omu de ma alawafo no se ne be ya se aban hyehyɛ mra ne wie na nursing training colleges teacher training colleges omu nyina be ye degree schools na ye move omu nyina ko loan na substitute loan no alawano with loan said about encouraging you know about loan but any minimum idea sabio yamfa edian any han enko applicants must fee into a sea malawa no there or the bemamo until some aircraft na wie ombesi nyoma no any enti I was say mo students ni nyina no and finance minister saka asemi o see a car no mo di alawa no o metua ka ni nyina enti mo ana aban de muka alawa na MPP aban Baomia Ekufuado oseche mensa bonsu de napo Kennedy Japan MPP akronfo we de muka no John Mahama through this budget no say ekabia ekemu a na aban emrada wo se oso mutua alawa mamu a ye de sa sika no ma Samira koto draws ekoto makeup de bi ma Ekufuado yere ne mbako bi restaurant no John Mahama ne na aban say ekabia ekebu bia no omo be make sure say omo chia saka no na sebio yesa ye nkrata move teacher training any nursing training na ediaba eye degree na ya substitute eye alawa with loan no obetua sikani nyina eno na ato forcing eka ho asem mumenkuti.
Right, Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated an amount of 564.6 million Ghana cedis for the provision of curriculum-based textbooks covering the following. 1. 4 sets of KG books and workbooks for about 2.8 million learners. Mr. Speaker, we have also provided for 4 sets of primary textbooks for about 800,000 learners. Mr. Speaker, we have also provided for 9 sets of SHS textbooks for about 540,000 learners. Right, Honorable Speaker, under the school feeding program, budgetary provision has been increased from the 1.3 billion Ghana cedis last year to 1.78 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, representing a 33% increase, the allocation for 2025 reflects an increase in feeding costs per meal per child from the 1 cedi 50 pesos to 2 cedis, representing 33.3%. Mr. Speaker, the government has also allocated 145.5 million Ghana cedis to the capitation grant, up from 84 million Ghana cedis in 2024. This is an increase of 73.4% over the previous year. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 203 million Ghana cedis for the payment of teacher training allowances and another 480 million Ghana cedis to nursing training allowances. Mr. Speaker, we have uncapped the national health insurance levy. Mr. Speaker, we have uncapped the national health insurance levy. An amount of about 10 billion Ghana cedis has been programmed for the national health insurance scheme. And this amount is expected to be used for the following: claim payments, essential medicine, vaccine payments, free primary health care, the Ghana Medical Care Trust, Mr. Speaker, and bridging the USAID financing shortfall. Mr. Speaker, in the year 2025, government will continue to implement reforms.
Amin Jomunchiro, the Ato Force in Eka, where John Mahama NDC budget. So I've always said MP Plomia almost treating with some more for 8 years. The next 42 years, na agenda and the Dahono started from Ende. Now, Ato Force in Eka, before can nursing training, any teacher training allowance for myself, not say. See, and Ghana, no. John Mahama said, I was at Aquarabia, a man of 4 sets of books from primary. I was at Aquarabia. Every primary basic schools, you know, I was saying, Aquarabia 4 sets, KG cross your 4 sets of books. Over primary schools are 4 sets of books. I was saying more books and 9. In the KG4, I was at Aquarabia textbook and 9. I was at primary Aquarabia enya books and 9. So over senior high school, I was at Aquarabia enya school books and Kron Abine Chia. I was encouraging access to textbook. Omo to my kind is that time I was school no. In the Jamama said we test to I was at Aquarabia or SSBR from 2025 week or I was see a mom school books and Kron 9 books. I bind the mom for free. Aquarabia or KG, I was see a man book and 9. Aquarabia or a primary, I was say I bind say I buy ento books and 9 and for mom and near 1. Or see John Mahama Asaka through the budget say for the next 42 years, remember, books here the man cry in the KG4 books on 9 for the next 42 years. If you have a count, and ya dear ye be jai. And yet 4 books here the man primary for no for the next 42 years no we are over at me enya de ebejai it NDC you so keep your more power or see SS4 no textbook 9 for the from now to the next 42 years no akorebi obeko SSB or see man books 9 books are buying the bit here now one friend bro or see John Mahama say one country am say about school feeding na na do dan ko ekufu ado moteso ba omia moteso no sika omu yito was a yemfan feeding kwara wo school na 1.3 billion maamefo na omu nu aduane e was school feeding na de bi omu ye demonstrations aban sika na nso ya bre ama tomatoes ene nyoma ye de nu aduane man kwara na ya sai ne de ma omu boy ekufu ado jimi no e ka kire ba omia jimi e ka kire MPP for say momwa na enkwara ne aduane pandi MPP aban omu nyina ka say feeding program for school feeding for me yankwasiafo omu enfiomo John Mahama ni NDC about power omu di 60 days John Mahama ended in the budget no say eba wakwara aduane obedi wo school feeding no sika na dawa ye 1.3 billion na ekufu ade ka kire say sua onfa bin kan no John Mahama said sika no we moving it from 1.3 billion to 1.78 billion or the over 400 billion account. It John Mahama said 1.3 billion and the school feeding budget or the amount of 1.7 billion. And into a coup for the time no. Born say sika yademan korano per head. A Caribbeano a coup for the take 7 years and send all movie one Ghana 20 pesos to 1 Ghana 50 pesos. John Mahama dia bemu 60 days and they will move up to 2 cities. Intended a Caribbean diania audio school no Ghana buying a betia a Caribbean 2 cities per Akorabia or Ghana Oko school. We now Pekaya Motium Ainsi Osaka Sanfofro, John Mahama through the finance minister or can send me or say Bibia your friend of nursing training allowance or say where you seek 280 million Ghana cedis. Bidiaka bear 70 enkum titi Ghana scano. Offer Bidiaka to create a Bidiaka and bear 70. Sika John Mahama ekatwa 208 million Ghana or say nursing training allowance efentua eka wombia muntia hey John Mahama ni NDC the 42 years no Ghana for you light no 42 years no you light no owie or say mama ninsuwa or say teacher training allowance or say we sika teacher training allowance we 208 million and you be can kwa 50 Ghana titis kana enkom say or say nursing training for the Wamamo 480 million Ghana. Obi adeneka ene omo ebetu omo yentuan fa mo. And the budget na bijujo match no. O see omo a yentua mo no nursing training for no 480 million. Teacher training no 208 million. Enimeni ya no finance minister ni make sure say yetua lawa no. Emma oma toto nyoma e make sure say nursing training teacher training you move omu nyina ko eye degree na omu nyina ya substitute alawano for loan but for now no de e ka bi ewom ene alawo bi o tiom no John Mahama say yemfa eye Ghana sika 480 million Ghana yenchema nkwara no ene 208 million yenchema teacher for training college ensiwo o see apomuden hia John Mahama o see apomuden ehia John Mahama said we sika 10 billion tete Ghana sika no asori dan kwa cathedral kwa 30 sika nkom tie Roma asori e wo community sa asori ne sa 50 sika John Mahama etwa to 10 billion no enkom sa 30 enkom osi we yi sa sika no die ne emfanye osi odi sa sika no ekoshe national health insurance na die na sa sika na de goye osi ye fra bibi claim payment hospital bebre o Ghana de omo ka omo ma ye nduro omo ma ye essentials bia de ye adwuma oko hospital ti ko je duro ha kokko sa sika ni nyina no aban a no mo te so ye MPP aban o ntua into see e ka bi e wom bia no aban entua na sebio foforo bia e ba bia no aban make sure say sika da ho a ye de ba ye 10 billion Roman Catholic asori kwa 500 tete Ghana sika na nkom ene na John Mahama etwa to o see sa 10 billion no emu bi na essential medicine edura sebio ehia obu o ha akoma yare obu o ha ni kidney obu o ha nyom bi a enumenim ya ne ehia se edbehwe ne yare no o se sa sika no yemfa bi nto sa nduro no e make sure se Ghana for sebio omo so enya omo ho afa omo ho ama mo atomo osa so say vaccine de won kwara polio and measles ne ade no o say 10 billion yenyi bi ne yento bi nguo cho na se bi o sa sika no yentumi emfa nhwe Ghana kwara se ne be ya Ghana kwara bi e be wo no yempese kwara benya polio measles COVID-19 o say eno so yemfa sika ne bi entwa wey any budget ajo Mahama e dia na amanfo busa budget na ba na eya free SHS yasi Mahama beguno yasi Mahama free SHS no beguno uhwe MPP fo mo num kankan ne omugimi ene omunkwasiade and the budget na ba ede na John Mahama e ka fa free SHS ho ede na John Mahama e ka say free SHS no be ye no we sika bi ana John Mahama ni NDC for the next 42 years no free SHS na Ekufuado ne Bawumia ne MPP nkwasiafo ne ka say John Mahama betwem no mummy abusa ho say and the budget no edien na eye atoforcing ekafa eye free SHS so mummy enkotie eye atoforcing.
Mr. Speaker, I now take you to how these resources will be allocated in the year 2025. Mr. Speaker, we will provide a CD equivalent of $279 million as a revolving fund for the Ghana Gold Board to be able to.
Mr. Speaker, the overarching concern about free secondary education has been its quality and the absence of dedicated sources of financing. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has resolved it. Mr. Speaker, let me take this again. The overarching concern about free secondary education has been its quality and the absence of a dedicated
senior secondary school education and free tertiary education for persons with disability. Mr. Speaker, therefore, Capping and Realignment Act will be amended to uncap the Ghana Education Trust Fund. Mr. Speaker, this year, the budget for free senior secondary school education program is 3.5 billion Ghana cedis. By uncapping the GET fund, we will be making available an additional 4.1 billion Ghana cedis, specifically for financing free secondary education program and other related expenditures. Mr. Speaker, aside the uncapping of GET fund, we have also absorbed the debt service made up of interest and principal from the Dutch bond that GET fund contracted. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated an amount of 564.6 million Ghana cedis for the provision of curriculum-based textbooks covering the following. 1. 4 sets of KG books and workbooks for about 2.8 million learners.
It's under John Mahama budget Romaka. NDC are buying a unprecedented 4.1 billion. Or say or the free SHS. Free SHS now will say John Mahama Ebeguno and the Sika Ebin Sida close to 7 billion. And John Mahama say autumn and they free SHS. This is the John Mahama or cancer also Ginity. The next 42 years, John Dramani Mahama said, Sika yede babeshe eye free SHS muno, it is going to go up and up and up. In fact, atofo seneka no, o say GET fund. Sa fund na eye for just education no. Na the danko ku for the tabono to so. Sika wo sanke yi free na yede boa education wo Ghana no. Na the danko ku for the bibia friend cap. Intina yentumi access sika edem. Every say the GET fund no ko si awawa. Inti sika edem no na yentumi mpo access enfan di djuma wo se edidi. And the John Mahama say we yi Ghana sika 4.1 billion. Yan fansha free SHS nim. Seni ede bobo ho bra. Enkwara duane, enkwara school ebesi aka ho. Baby omo beda. Seni school no omo kɔ no, nyoma beye yie. Ana o si GET fund na eye ɛhɔ na yɛde eye ye school ya disua husika sam eto no we bie so inti ye sika e dia ye school hu nyoma bia o si etumi ra GET fund nim na yɛtumi yi sika poduo na yɛtumi de ɛhwɛ yɛ schools no sɛnea nkwaraa no bɛnya aduane pɛ di ɔmo bɛnya mpapa ada so ɔmo bɛnya classroom papa atrem yɛbɛtumi abie schools nim yɛbɛtumi anya materials papa ma nkwaraa no nti get fund no ɛyɛ ɛfoto a ɛda hɔ ɛma deɛn ɛda hɔ ma ɛyɛ deɛ adesua nti yɛyi a yɛbɛtumi aboa university yɛyi bi a yɛbɛtumi aboa primary yɛbɛtumi ayi bi ɛde aboa ss nti John Mahama sɛ get fund no ɛndɛ no ɔno mo kasa no wahyɛ mmara sɛ yɛntumi mbie so na sika ɛwɔ mu no yɛntumi yi saa sika no na yɛmfa mmoa ɛyɛ deɛ education no nti ɛndɛ John Mahama sɛ 4.1 billion ɔde kɔkɔhyɛ free SHS mu since John Mahama bɛdi president yɛnte sɛ akɔrɛ bi aka aduane ho asɛm sɛ aduane no nyɛ ɔse ɔbɛyɛ ne yie yɛba bɛyɛ ne yie kura mmɔ nti SHS na ɛyɛ free no John Mahama sɛ ɔbɛhyɛ mu kina ma kina no mu ayɛ den ɔbɛma emu ayɛ den ma emu ayɛ dɛ ma emu ayɛ fɛ ɔbɛma Ghana ni aba ana akɔrɛ bi ɔbɛkɔ SS no na kura ɛbɛtɔ ne yam ɔbɛwu sɛ school na ɔkɔ no ɛyɛ school a ahomka wɔ mu nti John Mahama sɛ 4.1 billion yɛmfa nkɔma free SHS yɛnsi schools ni bi nka ho yɛmmɔ mu aduane pa yɛmmɔ mu kane gyina so yɛmmɔ mu nsupa nom yɛmmɔ mu baabi nda yɛmma nkwaraa no nti ahyɛ sɛ ɔmo nom yɛ future nti ɔsɛ yɛbɔ ɔmo ho bra nti free SHS na mpreko MPP for kasa ye betwa mu no and John Mahama ahyɛ mu kina ama na gyina ne naso a sebio as we speak the free SHS for the next 42 years say NDC keep your power John Mahama will make it better. He will make sure every single child will be SS no the free SHS will be a place akorabia ebe hu say yes I'm a Ghana na mewo na ade na misua no misua e de ama me ho esa de ama Ghana e John Mahama ka mon kan che MPP for no say John Mahama no is 7.6 billion 7.6 billion so ukofa bidie ka 50 ahwa ka 14 na ufa emoreka 38 and sana waba befa National Cathedral kra 10 Ghana titis kan enkom 7.6 billion sika podua sebio Cathedral kwa 30 enkom any eye bidie ka 400 enkom John Mahama 7.6 billion no yemfama free SHS na schools no engina na naso every say owadwuma ye or say obo Ghana ho ban or say NDC echichire Ghana for the next 42 years it is all Ghana na ohwamia free SHS no sebio de na pese ye no e na ebe start no yen keep NDC in power for the next 42 years yen bo John Mahama ni NDC yen guide omo ye mistakes ye ni omo nkasa omo ni yen kasa na yen make sure say the 42 years agenda no e gina na naso. This is the John Mahama we have been talking about and the atofos we no o kire Ghana for say they the NDC and Ghanaians they have delivered and the NDC keeps saying they will deliver. John Mahama said the NDC will deliver and they have delivered. This is Atoforsen and he told Ghanaians to say the NDC they have delivered.
Mr. Speaker, we are making serious progress. Right Honorable Speaker, we are making progress. We committed to running a lean, efficient government of 60 ministers. Mr. Speaker, we have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to scrapping the e-levy. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to scrapping the VAT tax. We have delivered. Right Honorable Speaker, we committed to eliminate academic fee for first-year public tertiary students. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to providing free tertiary education for all people with disability. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to providing dedicated source of funding for free secondary education. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to distributing sanitary pads to our schoolgirls. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to uncap get fund. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to uncap the national health insurance. We have delivered. Right Honorable Speaker, we committed to uncap the road fund to maintain our roads. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to hold a national forum on education. We have delivered. Right Honorable Speaker, we committed to hold a national dialogue on the economy. We have delivered. Mr. Mr. Speaker, we committed to deliver free primary health care. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to deliver Mahama Care Program to finance the treatment of non-communicable disease. Mr. Speaker, we have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to deliver free textbooks to school children. We have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to begin the implementation of $10 million Big Push program. Mr. Speaker, we have delivered. Mr. Speaker, we committed to constitute a review process for our constitution. Mr. Speaker, we are delivering. Mr. Speaker, we committed to build a Ghana we want together. We are delivering. Right, Honorable Speaker, we committed to recover all looted state funds under our Operation Recover All Loot program. We are delivering. Mr. Speaker, we committed to reset Ghana. We are delivering. Right, Honorable Speaker, I call on Parliament, the business community, civil society, investors, and all citizens to support the bold reforms outlined in this budget.
Bro, 42 years no Sadia Mikina Obetwaso on Sunday da. Into Soya Ghana in Autimia, when in Sampano, way edge on Mahama, the budget in the